Hi guys. Same day as the video before. I am having chickpea rotini with chicken and some veggies. There's broccoli, carrots, snap peas, yeah, and a little bit of salt, just a little bit, some garlic powder, and a drizzle of tahini. So this whole plate is 340 calories. Yeah. And it's so delicious. And it's so easy to make. If you guys want the recipe, let me know. Super easy to make. This is typically what I eat. This is typically the type of food I eat. So after I finish this meal, I will have had around 1,100 calories. So that leaves me room if I maybe wanted to have something else. That's like 100 calories. 150 calories. Vegetables are so low in calories, so like a cup of vegetables is like 40 calories depending on the veggies. You're not. So, you guys, how are you, by the way? I hope you're eating with me. I really do. Ignore my hair. I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah, I hope you're eating with me. Have something to eat. Go on pause, go grab something. Get some crackers or something. I try to eat as politely as I possibly can. Do you guys believe in UFO'S? Yes, no, kind of, not sure, maybe. Definitely yes, definitely no. What? Well, I do. I do believe in UFOs because I have seen 2 in my lifetime. Facts. Facts. Sweet pea for a sweet pea. So, the first time I ever saw one, I never believed in them because I never saw any, like, ever. I used to watch all the videos on YouTube, and well, this was before YouTube. But like the ones that you see on YouTube, dude, they're all fake. Nobody can hold their camera still. It's like, it's so annoying. But broccoli. But when I was trying to remember how old I was. I think I was like 19 or 20. And my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, and I were in a boat. Just a little tiny, tiny dinghy boat fishing in this lake. And we'd gotten there early in the morning. Now, this is a highly populated area. Don't picture like up in the mountains or down some trail or in the country. Or, no, this was in the middle of the city lake, okay? Middle of the city lake. Like, the road's right there, okay? And we're fishing, and you guys know how it goes. If you've ever fished, because I love to go fishing. But after a while, and it had been hours, okay, you know, you're looking around. And that's what I was doing. I was looking around, the trees, the water, the boat, we're talking. I don't know if I was stretching and like leaning back in the boat or something, but I looked up into the sky and I saw this little tiny metallic object. Now it was so far away, at least it looked far away because it was really tiny. So it was hard to see the shape, but it was just hovering. Wasn't moving. And I thought, it's my perspective of where I am, because that can happen. If you're sitting somewhere and there's an object in the distance and it's really far away and it's moving away from you, it can actually look like it's standing perfectly still. So I was aware of that, so I watched it for a while. Nothing changed. The size didn't change. Where it was orientated in the sky nothing changed. So I told my husband, like, look at that. I couldn't see it for the longest time. And you know, he doesn't, I don't know. I don't think he believes in that kind of stuff, so, you know. Especially back then. I think maybe now he's a little bit more open to it, but. So he finally saw it, and he's like, it's probably an airplane or a balloon, right? Because it's metallic. And I'm like, well, it could be a balloon. It could be a balloon. So I'm thinking, I'm just going to watch it for a while. I did not take my eyes off of this thing, and it was killing my eyes because I have green eyes. I'm very sensitive to sunlight. I have to wear sunglasses all the time. Security cameras just switched over. But I couldn't, if I put my sunglasses on, it's like them, I couldn't see it as well, so I needed to keep my sunglasses off. Because I was determined. I'm like, no, I'm watching this thing. Like, something's weird. Didn't move. I don't know. 15 minutes went by, didn't move. I'm telling him, I'm like, it's not moving. It's not moving. He's like, well, what do you think it is then? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, but don't you think that's weird? I'm like, would a balloon just get like stuck? Well, isn't there like wind and stuff? Like, what is that? It's not a helicopter. No noise. Didn't move. There was no flashing lights on it. Nothing. I want answers. Watched it. Continued. Maybe 20 minutes by now has gone by. I am like berating him at practically at this point, like, babe, I'm serious. Like, I really think this is a UFO. I'm not kidding you. I mean, obviously, technically it is because we don't know what it is, right? I'm like, I'm serious. I really think it's a UFO. I literally think I'm looking at a UFO right now. Oh my God, I've never seen that. And I literally was like, oh my God. Oh my God. It's a UFO. And he's like, I don't know what it is. I really don't. He goes, but it is kind of weird that it is just sitting there. Hold on a second. I'm back. Things have moved. I had to heat up my food. My husband called. It's his lunch. He calls me on his breaks and his lunch. I think I mentioned that. Okay, so anyway, 20 minutes, right? Hadn't moved. I'm literally at this point, I'm like telling him it is a UFO. It's definitely a UFO. It's a UFO. So I'm watching it. He's not watching it anymore. He got tired of, like this. I did too. This thing that had been stationary for 15 to 20 minutes, metallic, went faster than I've ever seen anything move. Just straight up. Just in a blink of an eye. Just as fast as it could, and was out of sight. I am not making that story up. I am not making that story up. So, I don't know what that was, but I know what I saw. You know what I mean? That's what I saw. That's what happened. Okay, so jump to last year. Yeah, I think it was last year. Jump to last year. Because, okay, so that was when I was 19. So last year, so long time in between. Haven't seen one since. Last year, it's dark outside. Coco has to go potty. We have a fenced in backyard. Cyclone fence. So, I'm standing, we have a back porch that's up higher off of the lawn. And you have to watch her because we have a lot of coyotes out here. We just had one last night or the night before, I can't remember now. So I'm out there with a flashlight watching her. And I'm looking around. I'm not just like, I'm looking around and stuff. And it's completely black out here. It's dark out here, you guys. There's no lights. Except for, like, our porch lights do come on at night. But other than that, there's no lights. I know it looks really bright on our security cameras, but that's because it's infrared. So it looks really bright outside. It's not. So I just happened to look pretty much straight ahead, and I see this twinkling, it's twinkling different colored lights. Now I was like, it's an airplane. That's what airplanes look like from far away. Maybe the heat coming up and the twinkling lights way far away. Or a helicopter, I'm like, huh. When you see something, you're just like, huh. So I was looking at it, and I hadn't even been looking at it that long. And it was just, it looked stationary. And again, I thought, it's moving away from me. That's why it looks stationary, or it's coming towards me. And it just hasn't quite hit yet that it's, So I'm watching it, and it goes, and it stops. And I'm like, how did that just happen? And I'm like, I don't think maybe helicopters can do that. But I've never seen a helicopter do that before. And it just kind of sat there and then went down. And it just sat there, and I'm like, oh, hell no. So I got her inside, not because I was scared or anything. I got her inside. I grabbed my camera. This thing is so far away, you guys. It's so, this is like an iPhone 9 or something. So I grabbed my phone immediately, and I'm not going to be one of these. Like, here's the object. Look, it's a UFO. Look, look. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I hate that. I was smart. So I walked to the fence and I set my phone. I'm holding it, but I set it on the wheel so it's not moving. My phone's not moving. I set it there, and you could barely make this thing out. I mean, you could barely make it out on my phone. You could make it out, but barely. And this thing is defying all logic. It's going up. It's going down. It's going sideways. It's going diagonally. And it kept doing this. And it would go way up. And because I refused to move my phone, sometimes it would go out of the frame of my phone and then come back into the frame of my phone. I remember showing it to my husband. He's like, "Are you sure you're not moving your phone?" I'm like, "It's sitting on the fence. It's sitting on the fence." Now, it was so far away, you couldn't make out what it was. All it looked like was twinkling lights. Different colored lights. Twinkling, different colored lights. Moving in... moving in ways that something should not move in. And you're like, it was drawn. It was too far away. We have a drone. This object was too far away. If it would have been a drone, I wouldn't have been able to see it. It was really far away. It was really late at night. You guys, I showed it to my husband. I'm like, put it on the TV. So he put it on the TV and he's like, I don't understand this. You're not moving your phone. I'm like, I'm not moving my phone. He's like, well, I don't know what the heck that thing is. I looked right at him and I'm like, it's a UFO. It's literally a UFO. It's a UFO. I wasn't scared. It was too far away. But I didn't really want to tell people either. Because people are just like, oh my God. Do you believe in the tooth fairy too? You know. Yeah, so, oops. That's my experience. My encounters, they weren't really encounters, but my observations of what I truly believe to have been UFOs. Honestly, believe those two things that I saw, how many years apart? Were UFOs. 30 plus years apart. Yeah. So, I don't know. Recently, what, not that long ago, I know the government came out and said, yeah, there's UFOs. We've known about it for a while. And then nothing came of it. Were they just trying to distract us? What the heck? Oh yeah, we've known about UFOs this whole time, and we have lots of film and footage and reports and from the military and the CIA and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, you guys have been saying this whole time that we're crazy. And now you're saying, remember, remember those aliens that those people from Mexico like showed in those boxes? Oh my God. Anyway, stuff can be faked. People can't film. I don't believe 99.9% of the videos that I see on YouTube about UFOs. It's just, it's dumb. It's just dumb. But I know myself. I know the type of person I am, and I know what I saw, and what I saw doesn't make sense. What I saw does not make sense. I don't know. No, we don't have any military bases too close to our house, or anything like that. But this isn't like an Area 51 type of situation where I live. Or even where we were in that lake. Maybe the military has some type of technology that, can do this, and then hover, and then, who knows? Maybe they do. All I know is that's what I saw. And in my personal belief, I say it's UFO. Because technically it is, because it's an unidentified flying object. So anyway, I hope you guys had time to eat. I enjoyed my meal. It was really good. I highly recommend this recipe. Chickpea rotini is so good. My husband also got me some red lentil penne, so I'll probably have some of that the next time, because I will definitely be making this again. This is one of my favorite things to eat. It's awesome because it's not pasta, it's chickpea. My gluten intolerance has gotten really bad lately. Those noodles that I had, whenever you saw that, I was sicker than a dog that night. Sicker than a dog. I was downing apple cider vinegar. Do not do that. I'm saying what I did. I wasn't downing it. I was taking, little bits of it, because apple cider vinegar is the only thing that I have ever found that helps my stomach. And I like vinegar. So, but if you don't like vinegar, then you would not like this. My daughter hates vinegar. Okay, so I am going to obviously finish my water. I will have probably 2 more glasses, maybe 3 more before the day's over. Yes, my hair's whack. Because I like to drink as much water as possible. Also, just real quick, I don't estimate my calories. I always weigh everything out. So I measured my vegetables. I weighed the 2 ounces of pasta, and I weighed the chicken. So that's a really good way. I mean, you saw how much food that was. It was, this whole plate was full and kind of like this for 340 calories. You kind of can't just round it to 400. That's what I do, because I get freaked out. I'm like, just round it to 400. So like I said, I've had 1,100 calories today, around 1,100 calories. It's either just a little bit above or a little bit below, because I tend to round up. So I'm not really exact. You don't have to be exact. But I'll probably have something else. My husband, you guys, they make vegan ice cream sandwiches. They're like this big. That's the other thing I've noticed about plant-based foods is there's not very much. Like they give you like really small portions, which is probably the correct portion. I don't care. Eat what you want. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to tell you mine. In case you're interested, that's it. That's all this is. That's all in case you want to know. If you don't want to know, don't know. That doesn't matter to me. So, and I hope you enjoyed my company. I hope you enjoyed my stories. They were absolutely true, factual. And yeah, I will talk with you next time. Bye.